Hey there, so I'm gonna go off script for a moment. I'm here to record a couple videos. I literally have stuff written out to say, but I'm gonna go off the script for a moment. I want to shoot another video. So I think it's such a crazy thing how growing up, you go through grade school, literally you spend 13 years of your life in school and then college. So 17 years of your life, at least for me, that was the case, except I did college in 3. So 16 years, K through 12, plus 3 more post. But the thing is, I mean, for me at least, it ingrained into my mind, it's like you had to be smart, like that. It's almost like knowledge would pull you through, like, and I'm not talking about self-development knowledge, I'm talking about school knowledge, right? Because I don't know about you watching this, you might be a scholarly person watching this. I wasn't. I got through college, I got my bachelor's, I didn't get straight A's though, and it's not to knock anyone that does, because I respect that, but that wasn't all it was cracked up to be for me, because I come to realize now that I've been in the real estate business for 5 years, something I can tell you from experience, having experienced all those years of school and now having experienced 5 years in the real estate business as something I've done full time for 5 years now, that I wish I knew growing up that it wasn't all about what you knew, like your knowledge. It wasn't all about that. What it is about is your belief in yourself. It's about your belief in yourself and your ability to go and put that belief into action every day, to take action upon it. Because I've come to realize, like, it doesn't matter how smart you are if you lack that belief in yourself, and if you lack like having enough belief to get after it every single day that you're on the field. Because if you can't get after it every day, if you don't have the persistence, you will not make it in the real estate business. And the more I go on, the more I realize how powerful it is to have that belief in yourself and what you're working towards, that you can do it. You know, to believe that you're on a path and it's not really up to chance, but like if you set a goal, if you have a vision for what the future can be like, it's really only a matter of being in the right vehicle and you having the persistence. Because guess what? If you don't show up every day, if there comes a point in time where you stop showing up, then there's no way it's going to happen. Because in order to make your dreams, your vision a reality, you have to show up every day. And showing up every day is not a function of how smart you are. You could be lacking in the IQ department, but you know what? If you show up every day with persistence, and maybe you could be literally so like lacking the intelligence to know that something is a huge obstacle, but fact is, if you are getting after it on a day in, day out basis, sometimes maybe not being so sharp to even know what you're up against, to know the risk with it, to know the challenges you face with it, that can be a benefit if it's enough to make you show up every day. And that's not a function of intelligence, it's a function of persistence, taking action, and again, having belief in yourself. Not worrying about what other people think, say, whoever doubts you. Like at the end of the day, we all have to believe in ourselves. It takes that belief in ourselves that, you know, hey, we are going to face obstacles. We've got to get after it. And that's simply the matter of the case. And close this out here, I want to share one thing. The best question I get from people getting started in the real estate business today, which is crazy to think about. 5 years ago, September 2015, I was getting my start 5 years ago. And this has been a business that has changed my life, being in real estate. I was in a completely different situation when I started to where I am now. I'm nowhere near what I'm working towards. However, compared to day one in the business, it's completely different, and real estate's done some amazing things for me just being in this business. But anyway, back to the question. The best question I get asked by people getting into the business today, because I help a lot of people getting into the business today. That's a fact. I'm literally helping probably 2-3 dozen people getting started in the real estate business right now. No joke. So it is something I do, and I get this question a lot. If you were to go back knowing what you know now, when you were starting the business, what would you do differently? What's the biggest piece of advice that you give yourself? And the way I like to answer that, it's really the truth, is to really figure out something to focus on. Because when I started, I learned a lot of different strategies, a lot of different ways you could go about building your business and generating business. And I kind of did most all of them that I learned about. I did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But over time, I realized that I wasn't focused on becoming the best at anything. I was just kind of dabbling in a bunch of different things. And while I was able to get my first closings as a result, I didn't have a stream coming in from any one particular thing because I didn't become the best at any one particular thing. So going back, I would advise everyone, find that thing for you. Like, what is the thing that you can become the best at? What is like your niche? What do you love? And honestly, going back to it, what do you enjoy doing? Like, how do you enjoy connecting with people? Like, I would try to find that as quick as possible, because if you find something you enjoy doing, it's going to be that much simpler for you to show up and do it every day. And the key to this business, and I believe most any other business that you could be in, is being able to connect with other people, being able to build relationships with other people. So if you can find that one thing you can do day in and day out, where it's a new day and a new day for you to connect and build relationships with other people, what's that vehicle for you? It could be phone calls. It could be something you're doing to meet people in person. It could be connecting with people online, maybe on Facebook groups. Like, there's literally literally any place you could possibly meet someone is a potential avenue. You just have to figure out what that is for you. But if you ask me specifically, and this only applies to me and maybe someone watching this if you're like me, if I could go back to myself 5 years ago, I would know the answer to this for me, and it's video. It's exactly what I'm doing right now. This stuff's fun for me. I had the biggest doubt for the longest time. Like, there was always an obstacle. I used to think, oh, my phone's too old. I got a new phone. And then it's like always another excuse. This thing I'm recording on right now is like literally, this would have been better than probably a production camera like 15, 20 years ago, and it's a phone. But regardless of that, it doesn't even matter. Like, the quality, I do strive to be better quality wise with each thing I do, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you're taking action and putting it out there. It could be the worst quality in the world, but if you enjoy what you're doing, like me here, it's like I enjoy doing this. I find every time I make one of these, it's actually fun. And if I look back, the very first one I did, it was terrible. This time around, it's better. I'm better at speaking on the camera. It's something you're generally uncomfortable with at first. You build upon it, but even the editing, you figure out ways you can make it better, and like, it compounds. And that's true whether it's video, whether it's anything you do. Like, you're gonna be terrible at it the first time you do it, I can almost guarantee you. But each time you do it, it compounds. You get better, you grow. That's the point. You don't have to be like, if not, the fact that you're not perfect is preventing you from getting started, whether it's with video, whether it's with anything you're doing. Don't let that stop you, because you're not going to be perfect when you start. And fact is, if you're not willing to take that first step and fall on your face, like, you're not going to get the start. And you gotta get that experience under your belt to get started, because that's the only way you're going to move forward. So, again, getting back in the business, if I could tell myself anything, it's find what you enjoy doing and can do day in and day out on a daily basis to connect with people, to build relationships with other people, to add value to other people who at some point in time, more than likely, are going to have a real estate need, and they're going to think of you because of that value you added to them way back when you connected with them, and on an ongoing basis from then. But for me specifically, video, in the context of YouTube, think about this. My personal YouTube channel, I didn't start posting on a consistent basis, and I'm still working towards that consistency until the beginning of this year. I had that channel for over 10 years. If you look at how old it is, it's like 2008. I had like 80 subscribers beginning of the year. I'm about to hit 350 now, and I notice month after month it's very slow. It's like a small compounding effect, but it slowly grows each month. But think about this. Despite that, the videos I put out this year cumulatively have over 50,000 views. This is like literally coming off the first half year that I've even done it consistently. I'm going to keep building on it, but it's already showing me how it's going to lead to me having conversations with people I can do business with in the future. But now here's what I think about. If I could go back and tell myself that day one, 5 years ago, and realize, hey, this is what you actually enjoy doing on a day in, day out basis. Like, it's not like, at least for me, it's not like picking up the phone and like darn, I don't want to pick this thing up, but I have to. Like, that's my mentality when it's like comes to cold calling. I don't enjoy it. Some of the first few weeks in the business I spent doing it, and video's not like that for me. It's like I enjoy doing this. Every part of the process is fun. Editing's a little tedious, but I've learned to have more fun with it. But if I could tell myself 5 years ago, hey, create a video every week. Figure out how you can add value to the people you want to work with, not the people that you're chasing, like the people you want to attract and do business with. Like, find a way to add value to them, put it out on video. Each one you're going to get a tiny bit better. Find something you can do. Like, imagine what 5 years of compounding on that would have led to today. But it's okay. The best time to plant a tree was then. Second best time is now. I'm planting these seeds every week going forward now. I'm so excited for the future. So I hope you found value in the video. Wanted to share it, what was on my mind before I shoot the other couple videos I was already planning. But anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought, if you resonated with anything, and I'll see you next time. Peace.